I've been a little too busy lately, God bless, because I've been busy with work-related things. It was my baby's birthday just this weekend. Hopefully by the time that you guys see this, you would see it the Friday after the fact. And so just wanted to say hello. I did not post a video last week, and so I'm kind of like kicking myself in the butt for it, but I did actually want to mention with that it's actually the first week that I missed, I believe, since the beginning of the year. So I was uploading every single week, minimum 1 video a week, along with my shorts every single week until that. And so that was 7 months of me posting. And so it just came to a point where some things happened in the family where I didn't have the funds to upload a cash stuffing video because the funds were needed elsewhere. Some big things are happening in my family, and so I just kind of wanted to prioritize that, not only my attention and my time, but also the money financial aspect of it. I did just have to, you know, coordinate that properly and prioritize some things over filming and over savings as well, sadly. I did just want to mention that this week and until the foreseeable future, perhaps in July and in August, I will not be able to cash stuff just because of some big things happening that I don't want to mention too much about it, but it is like kind of a big deal. And that's a lot to just talk about. I will be honest, this video I'm going to do some very minimal editing just because I'm very tired. I'm very overworked. I don't know if you guys can see on my face. I'm very broken out because that's how stressed I've been in the past like 3 or 4 weeks. But before we move on, I just wanted to say hello to everybody who's watching and clicked on my face once again. If you guys are a returning subscriber, I super appreciate it. Or if you're a new viewer who just happened to stumble upon my channel, I just wanted to say welcome, and I hope that you stick along. If you want to stick along for the ride, or whatever the expression is that I usually say, please make sure to subscribe to the channel downstairs. I would super appreciate your support by you watching my videos and all that good stuff, giving me comments downstairs of any feedback or topics that you'd like to see in this channel. This is my money related channel, but I do have a, well, actually this is my second channel in terms of the length of time that I've had it, but I actually post on this channel way more than the other channel that I have. I'll just post her over here. This is It's My Gigz. This is my original channel from when I was a teenager. So if you want to support me over there, feel free to do so. Up my watch hours, and that'll, you know, tell YouTube that I'm doing something good. Let's just go ahead and get started on this video. Like I said, I don't have a stuffing as of right now. A lot of the money that I had put into my both saving challenges and personal savings and stuff within my binders, I had to take it out because of some things that require deposits and stuff like that, along with, you know, just like savings are there to be used for a reason. And so even if it's not allocated to the right place where I originally intended it for, it is there nonetheless for it to be used if need be. I'll be honest, the one binder that I did not touch was my personal binder because I was like, you know what, I worked too hard to take out this money primarily from my personal binder, so I'm just gonna keep the money that I actually put in there for myself. Let it be known that I'm actually taking care of myself for once, and everything else, you know, saving challenges are just challenges that are allocated anyways to like some other source. And so yeah, I will say, like I said, I want to do very minimal editing on this video, so I'm just gonna quit my yapping so much. Just wanted to say hello because I did miss a video last week and I'm kind of upset about it, but at the same time, yay for me, you know, taking a break and putting less pressure on myself and stuff like that. But anyways, like I said before, praise God, work has been busy. I was moved around in some of my teams, and so things are a little bit, you know, just different for me, and so I'm getting used to that. I did go ahead and plan a birthday party for my 2-year-old, so that's that, and just pulling my hair out of nowhere. I did just actually want to pop in here and just, I guess, answer 5 little quick questions. For those of you who are new to the channel and maybe haven't seen my face all that much, I haven't actually done a Q&A or like a formal get to know me or whatever it is on this channel because it's more like a financial related channel, and I'm not with my numbers enough that I think that people would be interested. But because I did miss an upload last week and I'm not going to be stuffing anytime soon, I figured I would just give you guys a little something on the personal level. Don't mind the mess in the background. As usual, there's a lot of toys on this side and just like nonsense over here. But yeah, let's just get right on it. Make sure to give me a big thumbs up, and besides that, let's get into it. So I figured I would answer some financial related questions and maybe just a few fun ones. So number 1, I've been working since I was 16. I believe the legal age of starting to work in Canada is 16 or 15. Maybe it has changed in the past couple of years. Obviously I've been working for a while, and my first job was actually at a veterinary clinic. I was a kennel worker slash a kennel assistant, and basically I just took care of the cats and the dogs, mainly cats and dogs that were boarding. We very occasionally had like other types of animals, but it was mainly those. Number 2, ever since 2021, I've always had 2 jobs. So 1 full-time job and 1 part-time job. Just finances are kind of crazy here in Toronto, and so just you gotta upkeep the income. I hate the idea of being unemployed just because I know how I was back in the day, like the 3 months here and there that I would not have a job or something. You just get moody, you just get grumpy all the time, and no thank you. What's to deal with that? Number 3, we'll do a fun question. I was born on February 7th, and so I've noticed that a lot of people in the cash budgeting community or their family members or whatever, ironically enough, we're all born in February, in January, or in the summer. And so that's so funny, like either December towards February or like June to August. Everybody's born at that time. There's nobody who's born in March. There's nobody who's born in October. So it's so funny to me, unless, and if I'm missing somebody, don't get at me, but the typical people that I watch, I've noticed that they're born in like February, their spouses or their kids are born in January. Same thing with my family members, same thing with me. And so it's just pretty funny. Little like coincidence that I happened to stumble upon. Number 4, I kind of touched on this on my previous video, but I wanted to mention that I started my cash budgeting journey because I happen to be on YouTube for like other financial topics such as investing or whatever it is, buying properties, mortgage this, mortgage that, registered accounts with the government, etc, etc. And so I happened to stumble upon cash budgeting with Noteworthy Co, aka Nadine, on YouTube. And so I started with her videos. I delved into like some other creators as well, such as the Millennial Dollar, aka Melina, Budget with Maddie, Angie's Finance, and like just some other people, So Budgets, aka Angela, the Traditional Dollar, just different creators here and there. And so I decided that I actually wanted to give cash budgeting a try, because there's sometimes things that you just want to plan for but you just don't have the funds for it. But if you just plan slowly but surely about these things with cash, sitting at home or sitting in a safe or whatever it is, or maybe even like attacking it as a hybrid situation, you can definitely save things ahead of time by just putting here and there like $5, $10 here and there. It doesn't have to be like a big massive lump sum that you leave on the credit card. It could be just taken out from the cash envelope system that you've implemented, or you pay with a credit card but you already have that money saved up in your sinking fund. So I feel like that's a very important concept to have, especially nowadays, because everything's online and everything is digital, but sometimes there's just those occasional things that people ain't got, whether credit card machines or even like the, I don't know if it's happened in the States anytime recently, but here in Canada in 2022 or in 2023, and just recently earlier this year in 2025, we actually had like province-wide and Canada-wide outages for the big service providers when it comes to internet. And so that impacted everything. Interact machines, the little machines that people use at the pump or whatever it is for their gas or at restaurants or whatever. So the only thing that you could pay for was stuff that you could pay for with cash. Definitely something to keep in mind. Definitely always have some cash on you in case these emergencies or even just random occurrences pop up, even though they're going to be resolved in a couple of hours. You just never know when you need cash. And 5, I guess another fun one. I'm located in Toronto, not like the main metropolitan city, but just like the cities around it. Definitely a Toronto gal. A lot of people in the cash management community I've noticed are in the States. So definitely nice to see, for example, Blake over at Wallet Well, and for example, Julia over at Jape Budgets. It's nice to see that there's Canadian creators just like me. You know what I'm saying? Although they are heavily more involved in cash stuffing and all that good stuff, their aesthetic is so aesthetic. And so I definitely recommend that you guys go over there and watch them if you want some Canadian content with like different bills. Because like I said, majority of the cash budgeters that at least I've seen are either in the States or ironically in Australia. It's just a good time to like see different bills and different coins as well around the world. That's pretty much it, guys. I did want to keep this nice and short just to give you guys a little sum. But before I go, I just wanted to mention I've gotten some orders that I've purchased myself recently, but I didn't want to make an unboxing video just because it's a little too much, and like I said, all the cuts that I have to do, etc., just a little bit annoying. But anyways, I did just want to mention to you guys 2 items that I will be implementing into my, I guess, budgeting setup and such. I will just go ahead, this one is sealed in saran wrap, but I will just go ahead open her. I did want to say that it is kind of important that we continue budgeting despite things sometimes going south. I did just want to mention that it's still important that you stick to your budget and you stick to whatever goals you have. If you keep your goal and your why in mind, it makes it a little bit easier to stick to the journey. And so yeah, just wanted to mention these 2 little notepads that I got here. I will just zoom in like this because I really don't want to change the angle of the camera. So this is a spending tracker. Is it over here? Yeah, this is from Angie's Finance. So this tracker over here, which is a notepad, you put the specific card that you are using for the month or whatever it is, you put the date, the description of the item that you purchased, or the the reason for the shopping trip. What does that say? The envelope that you're taking out the cash from if you are choosing to do the unstuffing method, the amount that you're withdrawing, and whether you unstuffed it. You just kind of do like a little check there. The reason why I got this is because eventually I do want to be able to have enough cash in my binders. That way if I make a purchase, I just track it onto this little notepad. I do track my purchases online anyways, but I think it's good to have it in multiple sources. That way it gets ingrained in here. Some people might call it a little bit, I don't know if this word is out on YouTube, like ANAL, peculiar, if you want to say it. But some people honestly need that extra type of organization in order to really get down with every single cent that was spent. I like this because it does give you the opportunity to unstuff it here and obviously indicate that. The good thing about this is that even if I don't have enough money in my budgeting envelopes to unstuff, at least you're able to still keep track of all your expenses. So at the end of the month, let's say that you're not stuffing it with cash itself, you can still make sure that you have all the right numbers, and then that way you, for example, look into your checking account at the end of the month and you know that for that particular card, let's just call it your green card, you can send X amount of dollars that total in this sheet. And because there's multiple sheets, obviously you can have, this will be your green card, this will be your blue card, the next one over will be the red card, you know what I mean? So whatever cards you have, you can even keep them separate. That way you have the total at the end of the month of what you spent, and that way you're a little bit more organized of not only paying your minimum balance, which is really important that you do if you're not able to meet more than that, but you're able to pay a little bit closer to, and whatever you didn't on stuff, you know to move it over to the next month. And the next thing that I did want to say, this is a paycheck breakdown notepad as well from Glamour on a Budget. She is a local Toronto Etsy shop owner, and so I get a lot of my things from her because her aesthetic is really beautiful. She's honestly such a doll to like speak with. Both her and Renee over at Hone the Brand, they're wonderful to speak to. And so yeah, so this is a basic budget breakdown, or paycheck breakdown I should say. It has your cash envelope category here on the top. It has your bills amounts here broken down very easily. Here you have your savings, you have a little space for sinking funds, and then summary for bills, cash stuffing, etc. You have it right over here. And so this is great because I personally track my usual things that I'm going to be moving over based on when I get paid. I just track it in my agenda and like a little blurb, because the rest of my agenda, each page I use for like both work, personal things, and for the days that I get paid, I also include my cash stuffing or my cash budgeting thing in there. And so this is nice because I can like literally see what bills are coming out on what day, if I want to include date, etc., what to pull where, you know what I'm saying? Until I get organized, this is really gonna help me organize myself in the meantime. But yeah, those are the two little like notepad things that I got. I'm super excited to implement these at some point. Pause for the thumbnail. And so yeah, I'm excited to do that. It should make my life a little bit easier when it comes to other things. That's basically it for this video, guys. I just wanted to hop on here, give you guys a cute little short video, more on a personal level, but also like just some financial questions that you guys may be curious about myself. Everybody's curious and nosy sometimes, so it's definitely nice to just get that little blurb about each other every once in a while. But yeah, that's basically it. If you guys haven't done so already and you liked the video, I don't know where your thumbs up is, but you better leave it downstairs along with your comments. If you guys want to see anything else in particular from me, definitely let me know, and depending on the topic that it is, how much time it'll take, etc., I can definitely go ahead and film that for you guys. Besides that, if you guys like my personality, if you guys like me, my face doesn't show up here all too frequently or whatever because of the nature of the channel, but if you guys like my face, like my voice, or just in general are looking forward to any of the other topics that I may touch on in the future for this channel, definitely subscribe to the button downstairs. If you click it, it helps the channel grow. It also makes me happy, and who doesn't want to see both of those things? Besides that, guys, I hope that you guys are having an amazing day, and I'll leave you guys off with the verse of the day. As usual, it is right over here. I hope that this verse really touches your heart and touches your mind in whatever way it is applicable to it. I hope that God is reaching you in whatever verse I choose for this topic, and that it blesses your life in whatever way, shape, or form that God is choosing for it to reveal to you. So I hope that you guys have an amazing day. Stay healthy, stay blessed, and until the next one, God bless you guys. Bye.